Hi everyone, my name is Doula Jasmine, and I am here to just give you some information about what is a doula, what a doula does, and just more information about pregnancy, birth, postpartum, prenatal, lactation slash breastfeeding, and just all that good stuff. Everything that I feel like should be included about pregnancy. Now, this first thing is just an introduction of who I am and what I do. But for most of my other videos, it will be different things on, like I said, what I was saying about pregnancy, and breastfeeding. I'm just gonna keep on giving you different content. But I just felt like this video will be a good start because it just tells you who I am and what I do. So let's just get it started. My name is Jasmine Kimbrough. I am a doula. You can, I feel like I'm a holistic birthing doula. I am a community birthing doula. All of that good stuff. Full spectrum doula, because I do a lot of stuff. I know a lot of stuff. So, um, yeah, that's me. And I am the owner of Divine Doula Created with Purpose. I'm also contracted with another doula company as well that I work under. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Divine Doula Created with Purpose. So I'll be putting content out on Instagram, YouTube, which this will be on YouTube. And then also I'm getting my TikTok stuff together too. But I just feel like this information needs to be out there. We need more women to be getting doulas. And when I say that, I'm saying that for the consistent support. For things like, especially when I've been watching videos, and I'm sorry, this is just going off, but I really want to share this. Me watching videos of women being in labor and them getting sent home and end up having their baby in a car or, just all of that crazy stuff. I feel like it's not needed. And if they had someone there to actually support them that was a professional, I don't think that would have happened. I don't think they would have got sent home. Me being a doula, if I was there with my client and we went in there in the triage and I see my client in having contractions and I see my client having contractions, she's about to have her baby and a nurse tell her, "Well, you you just turn her around or whatever." That would never have fly with me. That's not okay. What if anything could happen to that baby or anything? I thank God that baby is healthy and just all of that, but you just never know. I'm glad that was captured on video, and I'm glad they're moving forward with whatever they have to do for justice. But that right there was not cool. I just had to just say that. Like, this is what's giving me the power, giving me the confidence, giving me the strength to continue to be a doula and put this information out there. Women, I feel like you need a doula. You need someone there consistently with you to support you, to know you more personally. Because, like, when you go into the hospital, they know you by name and the history on your form and in the system. But as we grow together, me being your doula, we're building family. We're building a family ship, okay? A friendship. We're building that. Where, hey, we fam now. And it's just a more personal feeling to have someone there consistently with you. So let's just move forward. Sorry I got thrown off, but I just wanted to share that. I think that's very important. Like, this is not just a job, this is a family that's being built. This is a community that's being built. Me being a doula and having clients, this is a community. I just don't look at you as my client, I look at you as family. But my agenda today is what is a doula, to let y'all know what is a doula, the primary goals, pregnancy plan, important facts about doulas, and just a summary of everything that we learned. All right, so we're going to talk about what is a doula. What is a doula? Let's get to it. A doula is a professional birth coach who provides emotional, informational, physical, and mental support to women during prenatal, birth, which is labor and delivery, and postpartum. We do not provide medical care, but we are knowledgeable about childbirth. So anything I let you know, I am going to tell you to consult with your provider, just to make sure that they're okay with what you're doing. Because I don't want to be held liable for anything, but I'm not going to tell you anything wrong to do. But I also just want you to, hey, my doula said I should be doing these things. Is it okay for me to be doing it? So now we're going to move forward. All right. So we are going to talk about the primary goals of a doula. The primary goal of a doula is to support the birth you want, offer physical and emotional support, help you deal with the unexpected, possible, decrease the length of labor, and can help a mother have an unmedicated birth. Does this happen all the time? No. Do we want it to happen all the time? Yes. But it doesn't. That's the way of life. Baby is doing its own thing. Mommy is doing her own thing. Body is going to do what it do. But these are things that we possibly want to do. But we're here to help you regardless of how it goes. We are not only there to support the mothers, we are there to support the partners as well. Most importantly, our main goal is having a healthy mom, healthy baby. Happy mom, happy baby, happy family, all of that. So we're there to support everybody. Be the support that you will want, give light and love. The work doulas do is priceless. And that's a good way to put it. That is a good way to put it. And me, I also, like I said, I own my own business, my own doula business. But also I am contracted to another doula program as well. So our CEO and our director, she always says the work that doulas do is priceless. And that sticks with me because it is. It is. So I had to put that towards the end because I feel this way as well. So the five full pregnancy planning, I abbreviated it like this: PBLDPB. And you probably could guess what those are. But let's get started. Okay, we got number one, prenatal. Getting to know your client by obtaining information such as demographics, mental health, and other concerns. Make sure client is going to prenatal visits with providers. Very important. Straightforward. Like, and you make sure that you're like, this is what I learned. Sometimes I get women, and I'm only gonna do like a slight sidetrack because I know time, and I have a few slides to get through. But some women, they have a lot going on, which I understand. Some of them have kids and things like that, and they miss appointments or they don't have rides and stuff like that, or however it goes. I always let my clients know, hey, if a ride is what's holding you back, hey, you have insurance, call the back of your insurance card and get a ride scheduled. Let them know ahead of time. Soon as you figure out your appointment, call them and let them know, schedule your ride. That's the best way. You got a free ride right there. And then it's like, send reminders. If you need to remind them, send a reminder. Also go with them. I always be like, hey, I can go with you if you want me to. I'll meet you at your appointment. I don't pick up my clients and take them because that's a liability as well. But I can always meet you at your appointment. Prenatal is very important. I also create a birth plan with my clients. So the birth plan is a way to communicate your wishes to your healthcare team about how you would like your labor, delivery, and the birth of your baby to go. So how would you want the after to go as well? Because some people do both postpartum plans as well. I am going to start doing that as well. But it's just like a plan to just say how you want your postpartum to go. But birth plan is really important. It is like a really important one that I do with my clients. Right now I don't do postpartum, but I do ask them like how do you see your postpartum going? What are things that you want to make sure that you do in this time frame? So I do ask that, but I never put it in a plan like how we do a birth plan, like with icons or just writing it out or stuff like that. Like I'll fill out a form and then I'll ask them. We'll just type some stuff up. Um, but to move forward with that, the next step is labor and delivery, the process of childbirth, straightforward. Um, and that could be how it's gonna be. Listen, how baby want to act, how mommy bodies want to act is a lot of things that take place. Interventions. If you got induced, if you going in and ain't dilating, if you going in and your water break and you dilate and you had a baby, the baby slip out, push 2 or 3 times, or you could be in there for 2 or 3 days. It's different for every woman. Never get discouraged. I always tell women never get discouraged. Never try to rush into a C-section. Oh, my baby haven't came today, this and that. No. Let's see what else we could do. I mean, I know your body tired and I am here to support you, but I'm gonna just let you know, like let's see what you could do. Like let's use this time in the hospital as a vacation away from home. You ain't gotta really do nothing but focus on you and baby. That's it. Next, postpartum. Time after birth. This is a very important stage as well, just like prenatal. Please make sure that your clients or you as a mom, if you're watching this as a mom, go to your postpartum visit. It's very important. Stay connected with your doula. I know you have a lot going on. Some of my clients have did that where they just don't text and respond back and they're in postpartum stage. And I give them a time to, get things together, get in routine or however that goes for them. But after I haven't heard from my client in like maybe like 2 weeks to 3 weeks, a whole month after they then came home, hey, what's going on? I'm concerned. I'm not gonna say I'm concerned, but I'm gonna be like, hey, how you doing? How baby doing? What's going on? And I always offer them like, hey, did you want me to drop some diapers off just to do like a check-in with them? Because I do care. I care how everything is going. So postpartum is the time after birth, providing information on infant feeding. So we want to talk about how is baby eating. And most importantly, mom, we care about you. We care about the baby, but we care about you too. Because you have to be, good to take care of the baby. Like here is emotional and physical recovery support from childbirth. So we want to know how your physical going. We want to know how your emotions going. you know and for the moms that have vaginal and c-section, it's all the same. Like It's not all the same, meaning like the recovery wise, But I'm saying it's all the same. Like, if you did vaginal or you did C-section, I care about you equally. I want to know what's going on. I want to know, is your incision healing properly? And the doctors want to know that too. And you also want to make sure that things are healing properly and that you're going to postpartum so they can check it out. Because, hey, we don't want something else to be going on and then other things happen. All right. And then the next thing, sorry guys, the next thing is breastfeeding support. Or if you are formula feeding, formula feeding is kind of straightforward. Breastfeeding support, I try to make sure, hey, after you have your baby, like, so what I do is when mom has her baby, she do her skin to skin and everything. She's ready, baby's ready to feed, baby showing feeding cues. We get the baby latched on right away. Yes, it's going to, you know, the baby is just here. You might be new to this, or you may not be new to this. Sometimes it takes a minute for baby to latch on. But our goal is for baby to successfully latch on. Then when I leave the hospital and then you go up to postpartum, or, like I'm talking about the next day or however that goes, when I'm not there at the hospital with you anymore. And now you have to do your breastfeeding on your own. I want you to feel confident. So it's good as a lactation consultant at the hospital, but then when you go home, that's when things get real, things start changing. You ain't got nobody consistently there. I connect my clients right away with the lactation consultant if they want, because I can't force anybody to do anything. But I feel like if you want a successful breastfeeding journey and, get the support, have that support system. We want to know who is supporting you with breastfeeding, who's helping you with breastfeeding. So giving mother and partner supporting information to encourage a healthy birthing journey, you know, a healthy birthing journey. Okay, areas of focus. This is really major. This is really major. One second, guys. This is really major. Areas of focus. So these are our areas of focus now. Remember, I was talking about the things that we're majorly here to help with. Decrease infant maternal mortality rates, especially in the African American community. That's mostly who I serve because I'm in that community. I'm in an urban community. I live in an urban community. This is where we see high rates with African American women. So let's read this. Pregnancy related mortality rates among women of color are over 3 and 2 times higher compared to the rate for white women. Women of color also have higher preterm births, low weight births, or births for which they receive late or no prenatal care. This is why it's important for them to be going to prenatal appointments. It's really important. Maternal death rates increased during the COVID-19 pandemic, and racial disparities widened for Black women. Our areas of focus: having a healthy mother and baby. And these are the things that we want to do. We want to decrease in the use of pain medication. I notice sometimes when women get epidural or just, whatever, it's already your body going through a process. And I'm not saying I'm not for epidural and I'm for epidural. It's whatever my client wants, whatever makes her comfortable. But I noticed when we start using all of this other stuff, then that's when sometimes you start seeing a dip in baby heart rate, which they say is normal when you getting all of that stuff. Just certain things. Some babies can tolerate it, some babies can't. Body already stressed, just a lot going on. But whatever you need to do, do it to feel comfortable. But we do want to decrease in the use of pain medication. We want to decrease in the use of Pitocin. We want to decrease in the negative birth experience. And that right there needs a moment of silence. Because I feel like if I'm going to a hospital and that is what you're getting paid for, to support me, to be here for me, I shouldn't have to have a negative birth experience. I mean, if anything, it might, like, if an emergency happened, and then it, like, your birth plan changed or something like that, and then you feel like, hey, I really didn't expect that. That's what made it negative. Now, I can understand that. But for you having to worry about a staff being nasty attitude with you or whatever, or your needs not being met in the hospital, a reasonable needs, that is a problem. And I always tell my clients, please do your survey when you go out the hospital. They always send you a survey. Do it. Complete the survey. Take the 5 minutes. It don't be a long survey. Take it and let them know how your experience was and how can it be improved for the next mother that might, go in there. Like, share that information. And then we want to increase in more vaginal births and reduce the rates of C-sections. And I notice it's a lot of mothers getting induced. It's a lot of mothers getting induced. And that's why it's a whole increase in pain medication and Pitocin. Because honestly, out of maybe over, I mean, I can't even put the rates on there. I'm gonna say majority of the mothers that I have had since I became a doula have got induced. It was not natural. Water ain't break, no contractions, none of that. They got induced. I don't know what's going on. Like, I can see if they have preeclampsia, yes, they need to be induced. I can see if it's a health issue, yes, they need to be induced. These are healthy moms. If they're 38 weeks and ain't showing no, showing signs of labor, just let them wait the next week. I mean, they say we could go up to like 42 weeks, and then they do say, okay, it's a high risk of having a stillbirth. But if they're going to their weekly appointments and everything's looking fine, why can't they just, keep baking until the baby is ready? So we can decrease the pain medication. We can decrease the Pitocin. We can decrease the C-sections because the body is naturally doing its thing. But anyways, next thing is increasing in higher breastfeeding rates. That's a very good thing too. I know a lot of moms um, always want to try breastfeeding. I always say try and see how things go, you know. And then I'm your support system. We got breastfeeding lactations. That's your support system. You know, who's supporting you at home. That's really good too to know. But we want to increase that, especially with all the stuff just going on. Like they always recalling the formula. There's always something else with the formula. Baby's stomach can't tolerate the formula. Throwing up from the formula. They got to switch you to this one, switch you to this one, switch you to this one. Just so much stuff. But as long as baby eating, growing, happy, healthy, you're happy, healthy, and baby is just thriving, then do what you need to do. But I'm just giving my opinion on that. Important facts about doulas. Let's get to it. Doulas work with entire spectrum of childbirth, vaginal, C-sections, home births, hospital births. I have did 3 home births so far since I became a doula, but all the rest was hospitals. But I could say it's just that unique thing about home births, just unique. Um, but hospital births are good, home births are good. Wherever you give birth to your baby is good. It's like I said, as long as mommy happy, baby happy, healthy, 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 healthy. That's all we care about. Doulas provide comfort with pain relief techniques, including breathing, relaxations, massages, labor positions. Also provide a positive environment. Listen, I come in there and I try to set up the whole room, but I always ask them, because some mothers don't even care. Some mothers be like, hey, I want essential oils. I want some music playing. I want this and that. Some mothers be like, I just want you to just massage my back when I'm going through contractions. And I also bring dad around. Hey, let me show you how to do this, because I feel like that's an intimate time where the partner could, be helping mom, and it's different when it's mom, when it's dad doing it or your partner doing it than me doing it. If I'm the only person there, yeah, I'll do it. And I'm not saying, oh, I don't want to do my job. No, it's about letting the mom and dad connect, letting the mom and the partner connect. You know, you ain't got to be all in the business. Let them do their thing. Doulas are non-medical professionals, and midwives are medical professionals. Just a little quick little fun fact. So, this is our summary. Doulas doesn't make decisions for the client or try to replace any healthcare staff. Okay? Can I re-say that? And I want to say something else too, but doulas doesn't make decisions for the client. These are all decisions that the client says she wanted done or that she looked to the doula to answer. She gave the okay for the doula. We do not try to replace any healthcare staff. Nurses could come do what they do. Midwives could come do what they do. We're not trying to bump heads. We're not trying to overdo our job. We're just trying to be here for the client, make sure the client know what's going on. If she didn't understand you or understand the nurse, we're just trying to elaborate it. We're just trying to explain it. We don't want no beef. We just point them towards accurate evidence-based information. We are here to be their support on voicing their concerns and being heard. That is what we're here for. We're not here to replace. Can I highlight this? We're not here to replace. Let me see how you highlight. I don't even think I can highlight. Oh, I can't even do it. I'm trying to use yellow right there. Oh, the yellow is doing that, but do use the. I'm trying to circle this. This is very important. Sorry I scribbled. I didn't mean to scribble it. But that is like we're not trying to replace. We're pointing them towards accurate evidence-based information. We are here to be their support on voicing their concerns and being heard. Now, I have had clients that said, hey, you're my doula. I want you to, if they got questions, I want them to go through you. I want them, because we talked about it already. I just want to focus on my baby. I don't want to have to do all of this. And then they also be like, hey, can you put a sign out there? Do not come asking me every 15 minutes, do I want pain medication? Do I want an epidural? I don't care if I'm yelling. I don't care if I'm screaming. And me as a doula, I try to keep it relaxed. I try to keep her relaxed. I try to help her so she won't be yelling. But just because she's going through her pain doesn't mean that she wants a epidural or a pain medication. It's childbirth. We're going to feel pain. Some people handle pain quietly. Some people get loud. Some people are medium voice. Like, we don't have to always be like, hey, because we're loud, we need pain medication. No. We're going through we're going through our stuff. But yeah, and that's pretty much where it's at right now. Like, that's pretty much where it's at. So, with that being said, thank you for just being here and listening. And I hope I did good with my presentation. I really do. Because this is my first presentation, but I'm like, I have to put it out there. Like, I feel like me being a doula is very important, and it's very important for me to put my face out there, and it's very important for me to put the information that I know and the information that I learned and things that I can do to help a mother, help a client, help another doula. Like, we are here to build each other. I'm not trying to go overstep another doula, another nurse, another midwife, any of that. No, I'm just here to support my client just as well as y'all. We have the same goal. We want healthy mom, healthy baby, healthy family. We want a positive hospital experience. You know, we want the same things. I'm not trying to be in competition with nobody. So this is my email if you have any questions or anything. Or like I said, you can follow me on Instagram as well. But this is the end of my video. And I just want to say I'm happy to have put myself out here like that because I want people to know I love being a doula. I'm passionate about this. You can ask my clients. I'm passionate about this. You can ask the people I work with, my family. I'm passionate about this. And I feel like this is a very serious thing. We're dealing with life. We're dealing with people. God's people at that. Like, this is a gift from God. This is a gift from God. And this is my email right here. Divine Doula with purpose at gmail.com. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to email me or get on my Instagram. Let me see. I can pop my Instagram up right now so you can see it. And our next topic is going to be birth with purpose and helpful tips for birth. So I have another PowerPoint I have. Let's go to that so you can see exactly. This right here is right here. Oh, it blurs it out. See up. Let's maybe I can unblur it out. Let's see. I can't unblur it out, but it's called, like I said, Divine Doula Created with Purpose. And I pray and I hope that this was very informational for you guys. Like I said, I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes. I just want us all to just be on one accord and just help these mothers out. It's already like they say giving birth is close to death. It's a near death experience. We're going through a lot when giving birth. From labor, listen, from when you say when you pee on that stick or when they tell you you're pregnant, you know. So it's a process. And I just want us to be there for the mothers. I just want us to be there for the mothers. That's what we're there for. We can all be there for the mothers in a positive way. Okay? So yeah, thank you again for listening to my PowerPoint. And I hope this blessed someone, taught someone about some information that they may not, knew, or they knew it and they just seen it again. I just pray this helps someone. And like I said, I will be posting more content and more PowerPoints and more things about labor, delivery, postpartum, prenatal, breastfeeding. I'm waiting for my breastfeeding baby to come so I can start talking about breastfeeding as well. But I also will be doing breastfeeding classes, helping out with breastfeeding classes through the program, the community doula program that I am contracted through. So yeah, yes. So everyone have a good one, and I'll see you next week.